Hey, Jimmy here. On this tutorial, we're going to be doing a DS. If you watched in my earlier DVD, I had a actual PSP tutorial. Well, now this one, like I said, will be pretty much strictly DS. And with the DS, we're in part 1, accessories. And in the accessories, the first thing we should have should be our Nintendo DS. This is a DS Lite. And also with the DS Lite, again, an authentic Nintendo DS Lite. Another accessory that comes with the DS Lite is your touch pen to be able to touch the touch screen. The second accessory that we should have with our DS Lite would be the power adapter, an authentic Nintendo DS power adapter that plugs into any 120 outlet. And with that, you should also have the port that sticks right into the DS, which would be right back here on the back of the DS, right next to the slot 1. Plugs in like so. Now, just to show you a couple of features on the DS, we have the main screen and touch screen, as well as your buttons and your keypad. And off here to the side, we have your start button, select button, and on the front, you have your volume control. On the side, we have our power button, as well as where the stick goes for the touch screen. In the front, you do have a cover. You pull this out. This is called slot B, which here you can actually use as an emulator card if you wanted to do like Game Boy Advance, and actually have a flash card to actually do that. And show you last of all is slot 1, where your games will go, and a headphone jack for headphones. The next accessory that you will have will be your R4. Your R4 is the upgrade which will go onto the DS to be able to play your emulator and your games for your DS. Now, to open up the DS, or the R4, sorry, an R4 box. Inside the R4 box, you will see the accessories. First accessory we will have will be the actual DS R4 card. We open up the R4 card, you can see R4. Take the card out. On the side, you will see here is a slot on the back of the card, right here. You notice on the back, there is actually a drawing. I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of small, but it shows the facing of your memory card. Inside, which you bought separately, will be a micro SD card. On this one, it's a Kingston 4 gig card. This is the adapter if you choose to run it through your computer, if you have a slot. Me, I will be using a USB flash card that comes with your R4. Standard USB. On the back side, you'll actually see a slot. You take your memory card from the micro SD. If you notice on the front, there is a drawing that shows the way the card goes in. Be careful when you stick it in, because it does only go in one way. Push it in, make it snug, and that's that. The next accessory you should have in here will be the R4 disc with the drivers for your software that you would need. Some of the discs are outdated, and I will actually put a link up for the R4 site if you need to download and get the updates for the firmware. That's pretty much, actually, last thing, a case. You can get any type of case that you want. This is pink, which matches the rose that we'll be putting on the DS. And it has a little compartment inside to be able to put your games and accessories. And that will be it for accessories. The next part will be turning on the DS and showing you on the computer as well where we put the files to be able to play the games. But the second part, actually what we'll do, will actually show you a DS running and the options that it can do. Stay tuned for part 2, an overview of the DS. Okay, now we're here. We're going to actually turn on the DS so you can actually see what it looks like in working order. Here comes up the main screen. Touch the screen. As you see up at the top, we have our date and time and our calendar. Picto Chat. On Picto Chat, if you check that, you can actually go into a chat room, and here you can actually write. So you can say, hi. That's what I type on the screen, hi, or you can use the keyboard. With that, you can actually send messages back to other systems, other DSs. Pretty simple. Okay, actually here, we're going to quit. The system will now shut down. Okay. Now we're going to power back up. Again, see the start screen. Press the button. Here you have the Picto Chat again, DS download play. That's if you actually want to download and do games. Now, if you notice up here at the top, I don't know if it says there is no DS card inserted. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the system off. We're going to take an authentic DS game, regular cartridge, and we're going to insert it in the back. It only goes in one way and it's spring loaded. Push it in until it snaps in. Now we're going to turn the system back on. Now if you see the screen here, it comes back up. Now if you notice up at the top it says Metroid Prime Hunters. This is the game that we just inserted. An authentic DS game. Now if we look through, you're going to see it loading up. Show you both screens. And I see the game in working order. I need to just go through the options, touch here to start. I'm going to training mode. I'm going to regulator. And now you see the game in actual play motion. Okay, now we're going to exit this. Now what we're going to do is take the original card back out. And now we're going to put in our R4 with the memory card inserted in the R4. Push it in and load it. Now this time, if you notice the screen, you're actually going to see a different load up screen. Now if you look here, the screen looks completely different. In the background we still have our calendar, but we also have a different theme. You can put any picture you want as a theme in the background. You notice here we have two smiley faces. This is where your games and emulators will be loaded. In the center you have music. Now this will be music and video, and that's actually running through a program called Moonshell. On the last one, this is if you're going to use the port B, the large slot on the bottom. That's if you're going to actually be running like Game Boy Advance games through an emulator. You do have to use a separate card for that, and in this video I'm not really going to be instructing you how to do that. Okay, on this one we hit the smiley face. If you notice we come up to a directory. If you look up at the top, you'll actually see that we have emulators, Genesis, music, SNES, videos, new games, and if you go into the Moonshell. Now here what we're going to do is we're going to hit emulator. So on that, you just press A. Now if you notice up here at the top again, we have SNES and J Genesis. Now on this one, we're running an SNES, Super Nintendo emulator, and a Genesis emulator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the SNES emulator, and if you notice here on the touch screen, that it's showing down here at the bottom. If we press that, it'll load up. Now we're going back into Moonshell. Now it's going to open up the emulator. Okay. Actually, let's come out of that. I showed you wrong. Let's go back to the next one. Let's actually run a DS game right off the system. Okay, here we're going to load back up. You're going to see the smiley face. Hit the smiley face. Now here again, we're going to see in the piece, what we're going to do is here, we're going to go down to New Games. If you see New Games here in the directory, you press A. Okay, now if we go down, we got a list of the games. If you see here up at the top, it says Chronicles of Narnia. If you look down at the bottom, Chronicles of Narnia. We run through. We got Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, Happy Cooking, Nancy Drew, The Sims 2, Castaway, Lego Star Wars. We have Imagine Animal, Imagine Fashion Designer, Spiderwick Chronicles. Now let's say we want to do, let's pick a game here. Go pick the Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian. Click the screen. Actually, sorry, you hit A, it'll load up the game. This is a DS game. The game loads up, enter Narnia. You notice here at the bottom, touch the screen. Full working game. Now if we go back, turn the system off, turn it back on. Touch the screen. Now this time we're going to hit the music file. Now if we go into the music file, this here is opening up Moonshell. What we can do here is, we could go down, and let's say we want to do a video. Now this video records in something called DPG. If we hit A, you'll see the video loading. DPG is what the DS plays as a video format. I will show you later on how to convert that to DPG. Pretty simple. Next step, turn the system back off, turn it back on. Now I'm going to show you how to play MP3. We come back to the main menu, hit the Moonshell again. Now if we hit A, it'll take us back. What we want to do here is we're going to go up to the music folder. Now in this music folder, we press A, and here I got a band already in a folder called INOJ. And press A. Now all the songs will come up that I want to play. So if I want to select one, we'll put, let me load you down. Okay, now we're going to press A. The song's going to load up. If you look down at the bottom, it's got the artist. And now you'll hear the music playing. If you touch the screen, it'll bring it back up. If you want to cancel out, you just press B. Press B again. Press B again. Takes you back out of the system. Now, let's see if I go to emulators. And we'll pick Genesis. Now here, I can go Mickey Mouse. Okay, go back out of this. Now I'll show you how to run an emulator. And go back. Hit our smiley face. Go back into our games. Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to go into Genesis. Click A. Under under emulators, we're going to go into Genesis. Now it's going to load up. Now if you notice here, it says Moonshell System Emulators Video. Now what we want to do here is, we want to go into Genesis, and here I have a game. If you notice here, it's Mickey Mouse Castle of Illusion. You press A again. Now it's going to load the game. You touch the screen, and if you notice up at the top, the game will load. Now we're running an authentic Sega Genesis game. Okay, next portion of it. Let's go into another menu. Turn the system off, turn it back on. Now you have to do this for each game, you can't go back, so you just keep starting it up. Okay, on here, press smiley face, go into a new game. Okay, here, we're going to go back under emulator, press A. Now here, let's go into Super Nintendo. Press A again. The Super Nintendo will load, and there you'll pick your ROM to be able to play the game. Turn the system back off. And that pretty much does it on showing you how the emulators work. The next part is we will show you how to load the games and what folders to put them into as your music and video files go. Okay, here we are with part 3. Where do we put the files? Okay, first, we're going to need our USB adapter. Here, you're going to take out your memory card, which was the 4 gig, and you place it again here with the mark inside the back. Make sure it is in the right direction and don't force it. It'll slide in. Next option, we plug into our USB port on our computer. We'll hear it ding. Now if you notice here, mine comes up K. Your computer might be different on which drive letter. Here we're going to open the folder and view files. Now if you notice here what I have on here, we have system folders, emulators, Genesis, Moonshell, new games, SNES, and videos. And if we look down here, we also have a music folder. Now if we go up, look under the system here, here you can have themes. And here will be the different themes or pictures and stuff that you can put into your system. You can download those, and I'll actually give you a website on where you can get those themes and personalize your DS. If we go back, we go under emulators. Here you will see the emulators that I placed in here. I will actually give you a website where you can get the emulators, and all you have to do is download them, drag and drop them, and place them into the folders that say emulators. Next folder. This one says Genesis. The Genesis folder I put, this is where I place my ROM. Now I will give you the website on where you can download ROMs. You just drag and drop and place the ROMs for the different game systems into its design folder. So here, like I said, this would be a Sega Genesis game. If you notice here too, we'll always look at the extension. This is a bin file. You can also use zip files. You drag and drop and place the file in that folder for that particular game system. Under Moonshell, if we notice here, Moonshell, this is the system that plays all your MP3 and video formats. This here you will never really touch because you have no information to put in here. It's just a system operating folder. Next one, if you go new games, this is for DS games only. You can name it whatever you want to name the folder. You can say games, and you can place all your DS games in here. Like I showed you before, you can put quite a bit of games in here. I think on this one I have about maybe 30 or 40 games on here. You see Chronicles of Narnia, We also have Pirates of the Caribbean. Also, if you look on here, if you see here, Pirates of the Caribbean, this says NDS on the extension at the end, .nds, that's the game. If you look at the next photo, it'll say .save. These are your save files for those games. Do not delete the save file unless you do choose you want to start the game from the beginning. Save files will actually save it at a part of the game where you liked it. All these save files will save in the directory of that game system. We go down, we got Super Nintendo. This is where you'll actually put your ROMs for that. Super Nintendo will be SRM as the extension. Here I have Donkey Kong Country 3. All your SNES ROMs will go in that folder. If you go into videos, here you can change your video, and like I said, it'll be DPG file, which will be after you encode it or convert the video over to DPG, and I'll show you that. All these will go into the video file. And pretty much, if you go to music, you can put the name of your band, like name of a folder of the music. INOJ is the name of the band, and inside all my MP3 songs. You can put any MP3 song, and it'll play that format. So pretty much, just to give another rundown again, system folder, pretty much only for themes. If you go into your emulators, this will be the different emulators you can run on the DS. You can run older game systems as Atari. On this, I only have the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis running on it. You can do Nintendo. Nintendo 64 can run on the system, but only a few Nintendo 64 games due to the processor. So pretty much I'm using this Sega Genesis, which is the emulator, Genesis DS, and SNE DS, which is for the Super Nintendo. To put the games, you just name the folder. Here I got Genesis. This would be all my ROMs or games that I want to use for the Sega Genesis emulator. All the games will go into that folder for Sega Genesis. Moonshell, like I said, is pretty much a system folder, which all the video and the MP3s will be played on your system. This one I call new games. You can call it games, but this will be where all your DS games go. All DS games will go in this folder. You can name it whatever you choose, such as games. SNES is for the emulator. Again, this is where all the ROMs go for that emulator for Super Nintendo. If you had Atari, you could call on Atari, and you click on it, that's where your ROMs will go. Videos. Again, this is where my video files go. DPG is the format that is converted to be able to play on the DS. And last of all, we have our music folder. You can drag and drop any folder or any song. I break mine down by band, so here I got the band INOJ, and inside that folder, all the songs by that band. That's pretty much a rundown of being able to show you where the files go and how they work. It's pretty self-explanatory and pretty simple to do. All you have to do now, I close that out, take your USB back out after you drag and drop, put your games on, take your memory stick out, get your D4 card, and on your R4, if you notice on the back, the slot again, you're going to take your card, put it in the exact same way. Always make sure that the notch is faced the same way it is on the picture when you insert it. Insert it, put it in. If it sticks, you put it in the wrong way more than likely. Don't force it. Because you see these pins here? The same card has the same thing. If you destroy these pins, the card will be inoperable. You take the R4 on the back again, take your R4, insert it. Notice this. The DS is that way. R4 is facing away from you. Push it in, spring loaded. Turn the game system around. Open it up. Turn it on. And notice, the main screen comes up. Touch the screen. And again, we see our smiley faces. And then now the game is up and operational, and you're ready to work again. And that's pretty much how you install the games into folders on your DS. Next part will be converting a video with a piece of software that I'll show you how to use. Thank you. Okay, welcome to the last part of our video. This here is encoding a video file into DPG format. So what we're going to do here and stuff is we're going to open up, it's called a DPG tool for the R4, and what it is a converter. So here we're going to go DPG ENC, open this folder up. Now if you notice here, actually let's shrink this folder. Okay, what you'll see here is the source of the video file. What we want to do here and stuff is we're going to pick our source of the video file that we want to choose. So let's pick a video here. Okay, I think I got something under here. Let's see. Okay, come down here, pick a video. And this one I'll put 2 of me. I'm going to go open. We're going to make sure that it's in English. You want to put down here, you look at the bit rate, and we don't want to flip the video. And we see how everything's set up. And what we want to do here is we want to start, pick the folder that we want to save it in. So we're going to put 2 of me, and we're going to save it in my videos folder, and we're going to put save. We wait for it to encode. You notice here, you just watch. Notice the video that it's encoding. Okay. You notice here, encode was completed. Come down here and go OK. Now we're going to go to the video file that we just opened up. Now, if we look here, we should see 2 of me Jimmy DPG. Now what I want to do is, I want to make that small. We're going to take our R4 card again, pull out the memory stick. Notice there's a little slip for your thumb. Turn this off here. Alright. Take our USB. Notice again the slot, make sure it's facing the same direction as the memory stick. I'm going to place that in there. Going to stick our stick in the USB. Mine says K, yours might be whatever letter. Going to open that folder. Now we want to go to our videos. I have my Dane Child here. Now what I want to do is I want to go to my video folder. And I want to take the one that was named 2 of me, DPG. I want to drag and drop it and put it into the folder on the memory stick. Now we're going to close out my video folder. We're going to close out the memory stick folder. Going to pull out the USB. Take the card out, memory stick. Stick it back into the R4. Notice, same direction. Plug it up. Make it nice and tight. Back at the DS. Take our R4. Always remember, R4 faces away from you. Spring loaded. Turn it around. Turn it on. Our main menu comes up. We want to go to our music. Right there in the middle. Loads up. We're in Moonshell. Now we want to look for the folder. And mine, I got mine under videos. Now if you notice up here at the top, I don't know if you can see it, but right here it says 2 of me, Jimmy, DPG. I go down, I'm going to select that, press A. actually, I gotta change the pixels. That's one thing I forgot to show you. So actually, let's go back, and we gotta change the pixels. So I'm gonna open up the video again, the encoder, and what we want to do here is we want to pick 256. Press start. Going to convert again. Now I've got to pick the folder that I want. I'm going to hit save. Wait for it to encode again. Always something, you know, always something. Going to encode the video again. Okay, video's done. Going to shut that down. Going to take out our R4, gives you plenty of training. Take out the card, our memory stick, place it in. Remember, only one way. Plug it back into our USB. Open the folder to our memory stick. Go down to my videos. Going to take out this DPG. We're going to delete that one since I don't need it. Going to go yes. Going to come back down here. Open up the videos. Where I put my video. Should be right here. Oh, I'm going to do here. Got to move my memory stick over. I'll put two of me DPG. Close out the folder. Close out the memory stick. Take out the memory stick, or USB. Take out the memory stick out of the USB converter. Put the card back in to the R4. Take the R4. Put it into the DS, away from me. Spring loaded. Turn it back on. Grab my handy dandy pen. System comes back up. Hit the music folder. Wait for Moonshell. I'm going to pick DPG, two of me. As you see, the video is not playing. Turn it back off. Put my stick back in here. And that's the end of converting video to DPG, which plays on the DS. Thank you, and you have a good one.